Greetings, my viewers and first learners. Today we have a special guest. I'm so super excited. I'm so happy. We got Irene Caminiti. She has joined us. And maybe you might want to ask, where did you meet her? Yes, I met her when she was coaching me. We were in an environment where we were discussing healthy eating, healthy life, and an abundant life generally. And she taught me a lot. And I must admit, if I have ever met someone who is working in abundance, this is one of them. And first learners, you're so lucky to have her today. Irene, I'm sure my viewers and first learners, they will be happy to hear from you who you are and what you do. And first learners, as I've always told you, abundance is a natural state for you. You as a person, and claim you as the sixth, the rat race. Irene, have the floor and let my viewers get to know you more.
Thank you so much, Marta. Good morning or good evening, everyone, depending when you're watching this video. My name is Irene or Irene. I come from Italy, but I have been living in Kenya for the last 5 years. And what brought me to Kenya was business. I have been in the direct sales and wellness environment for the last 89 years, actually. And I had a privilege to meet Martha in one of my presentation of healthy cooking and healthy eating. And one of my passion is really teaching and making sure people can feel better. I mean, making sure that through maybe a word or something that I've experienced in my life, I can share a message where people can have can feel better, can be living in a better state. So thank you so much for this invitation, Martha. It has been a while, but we made it, and I am privileged to be here.
Wow, thank you, Irene. I really so much appreciate. I've never regretted meeting you, and I'm so happy to share, your experiences with my first learners and my friends. Irene, maybe just to highlight to my people, one of the things that you taught me is that as a sales coach, as a person, the best thing for you to get an abundant life, to live a peaceful and an enjoyable and a purposeful life is that you get an attitude of gratitude. Maybe you can take us through what is this attitude of gratitude?
Yes, thank you. As human beings, we go through different emotions. Our life is somehow bombarded with, we go through so many feelings. We go through happiness and sadness and discouragement and joy. So, there is, if you look online, you can see there is a scale of emotions, and throughout our day, throughout our life, we go through a lot of them. Obviously, the ones which are making us feeling better are the ones that give us peace in our heart. And the number one emotion that makes us in touch with our heart is love. And feeling love, being able to feel love for whoever you meet, whatever you see, is a great skill. Now, feeling that love for some people comes natural. For some people, we need to be a bit trained on. Especially, of course, it's normal to feel love for your son, for your daughter, or for your husband, or whatever, your parents. But loving your enemies might be a bit more complicated. So that's where the work comes through. Another important feeling that elevates our spirit is gratitude.
Wow.
And feeling grateful is something that can move our feeling towards how to say, a low state towards a higher state. So it's important we understand that we can be victims of these emotions, but on the other hand, we can also do something so we can change our what we call vibrational state. And by thinking in a different way, by focusing our mind in other things, then it can help us relieve certain situations where we feel low. And again, we can be in a state of anger, we can be in a state of sadness, frustration, blame, discouragement. Anyway, all these bad feelings, we recognize them. But I just want you to know, guys, those feelings are not you. You are not those feelings. Hence, you don't want to be victim of that. So, what can we do to feel better? And one of the things we can do is focusing on what we are grateful for, appreciating what is inside us and that's outside us that has given us something good. And these exercises, which I have shared with other people, and that made also Marta invite me here, is very, very simple. And sometimes simplicity is also something we don't do. What it's easy to do is easy not to do. But I want to encourage everyone who is listening to this video to to give it a try and see whether it helps. So it's an exercise where we want to focus on what we are grateful for. And it can be done every day. Maybe you can create as a habit for yourself. If you are living in a family, you can do this exercise with your kids, with your partner, or with your friend. Even if you're not living together, you can be accountability partners because it's small, but it can have a big impact in your emotional state. So how does it work? I want you to set apart 5-10 minutes of your day. Again, it can be in the evening, it can be in the morning, it can be before going to sleep, it can be when you have your lunch break, where you focus on something you are grateful for. And I divided this in 4 categories, and you can follow them if it feels right to you. And one of them is people. Who are the people you are grateful for? You can do today, you can do this month. It can be some members of your family. It can be a stranger you met on the street that gave you a message, told you something, and taught you something. It can be the person in the supermarket who was packing your shopping. It can be the Uber driver if you're like me who using Uber and not a car or matatus who brought you home safely. It can be again your best friend who encouraged you to do something. Can be anyone you meet. So who are you grateful for today? Who is this person that gave you something and you feel that beautiful feeling inside your heart? So this is number 1. Number 2 is places. We are in a place. Maybe now we are at home and we are so lucky to be in a place where it rains, we are dry. Where it's cold, we can be warmed up. When it's hot, we can be refreshed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Places can be, apart from home, can be a special room in your home, like the bathroom that allows you to freshen up, your bedroom that allows you to sleep and rest, the kitchen that allows you to create beautiful meals for you and your family. It can be your desk at work. It can be your workplace. It can be the gym. It can be the supermarket. I don't know why I'm so focused on supermarket.
Supermarket is always good. It always gives, especially as
Good.
women, it gives that good feeling. You get in with nothing, you get out
Or
with almost everything you need.
yeah.
Especially if you can
Yes, it's
afford.
there. There's plenty of things. Of course. It can be the shop. It can be the shop where you bought new clothes, or it can be the fruit place that gave you beautiful, amazing fruit that you can find in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Watermelon and mangoes. So nice. And passion fruit, of course, it depends. It depends. Or even the maize flour that allows you to get your nice ugali is India.
Wow. Yeah.
So so places, there are so many places. So it can be your couch, it can be your
Mm-hmm.
corner, it can be the church where you worship. And it doesn't have to be church, can be where Muslim goes. You see,
Mosque.
wherever it makes you feel good. The
Mm-hmm.
mosque, yeah. Wherever you feel good. So there are I want to encourage you so to think about which place you are grateful for, and why, how does it make you feel? So
Mm-hmm.
those things can make the difference in a day.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, which is pretty, I find it funny, but it's really very important, which is body parts. Which body part today you are grateful for? I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it has ever happened to you
Mm-hmm.
that with paper you have cut your finger. You see,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the pepper can be so sharp and you have a small cut in your finger. Then you
Mm-hmm.
realize, oh my God, and it's so painful. And you
Mm-hmm.
realize, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, I never knew this part of my body was so important because it was
Yes.
such a part. And it's in that
Mm.
part of the finger that you even didn't know it existed. And now
True.
it's painful. So there are so many parts of the body we are so
Mm-hmm.
lucky we do have them, but we
True.
take them for granted. And there are two
Mm-hmm.
things. There are the
Mm-hmm.
outside parts and there are the
Mm-hmm.
inside parts. So
Mm-hmm.
every day we can be grateful. I think for 1 year we
True.
can still find new places
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
if we subdivide our parts of bodies.
Uh-huh.
So I can be grateful for my eyes, I can see, for my tongue, I'm talking to you today, I'm
Uh-huh.
able to express myself,
Mm-hmm.
my legs, my
Mm-hmm.
feet that allow me to
Wow.
move and from
Mm-hmm.
one place to another.
Wow.
My hair, I'm sorry for the bald men, but maybe for them it's also good to be
But
having to be
even
bald.
though they will
Yeah.
be
No,
grateful
I'm
for the
joking.
bald so that they don't have to wash.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everything you see is a perception. So
Sure.
I'm joking. Now we are looking at hands, now at our bum, which allows us to sit comfortably.
True.
Imagine if we didn't have those gluteus muscle, we would be so uncomfortable. But
True.
then now the internal parts, our
Mhm.
heart that is keeping on beating even when we are sleeping. There is such a big intelligence in our body that uh, I mean, we are not controlling it, we are still breathing. Our
True.
lungs, our
Mhm.
stomach that digests whatever we are eating, it allows us to
True.
catch the nutrients and get rid of what we don't need in our body. we are
Mm-hmm.
not we are not telling stomach work don't work, it's still working like this. And
Yeah.
when we are healthy,
Mm-hmm.
everything moves with that intelligence God has given us. Isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
We have our even reproductive systems that allows us
Mm-hmm.
to continue procreation, creation.
Mm-hmm.
We have our lymphatic system, our immune
Mm-hmm.
system, our veins, our arteries. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
happening.
Wow.
Imagine if something like this would stop for 1 minute.
Wow.
So it will
Everything else
help us
stops.
also. Everything
One thing
stops.
stops,
So
everything else stops.
especially our health. I'm so much big into health because nothing
Mm-hmm.
else can happen if we are not healthy. So if
Sure.
we are healthy, it is a beautiful thing. And this means we have the opportunity to shine and to create new things and to prosper and to have that abundance state, which if we grinch into our low state, we can never do. So looking at these body parts, it will allow us to study a bit more our anatomy and physiology, because I realize sometimes we are so ignorant about what we are made. We think about work, executing the tasks that we have to do, or those who are business people, moving forward to making more money, these kind of things. Yet we don't stop and think how miraculous is our life and our body. So we are really, it's important to stop and realize that. And I hope this will give also you a good feeling.
Yes, I'm
And
already thinking for what I'm grateful for.
what you will be, by the time I finish this, you will share what you are grateful for today, and so we can
Sure.
encourage everyone to do the same exercise. And the
Sure.
last thing, the last thing is things,
Mm-hmm.
objects we are grateful for. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the world is so full of things, everything around us. We don't live in an empty space. So what is it that we are grateful for? For example, now I have a beautiful lamp made in Africa, very colorful. Every time I come home, I put it
Mm-hmm.
on. It gives that warm environment in my house. I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Water that I'm able to drink every day.
Mm-hmm.
My phone, which allows me to
Mm-hmm.
communicate. Pens. I don't know what else is here. My books, my table. I mean, there are so many things. My glasses that
Mm-hmm.
allow me to see from distance. So, do
Wow.
I look like a professional person?
Yeah, you
So
do. Great.
my clothes, my earrings, my decoration, whatever is beautiful uh, in my house or outside, anything. So that one you have a lot of choice, and every day just choose something. It can be the
Wow.
same for a while if that's what you feel
Mm-hmm.
grateful about, or it can be something different. You see, just follow your heart, follow your intuition. And if you have a book, you can also
Mm-hmm.
have journal those things, and then after a while you can see what you have been grateful for, and that will allow you to create a habit of having
Wow.
that gratitude feeling. And they say when you repeat something for 21 days,
Mm-hmm.
it creates a habit. Then you will not have to kind of force yourself to do this. It will come natural to you.
Wow.
So that's my exercise for you. And if you feel like this is something that will add value to your life, just do it, because by doing small things we become better and we create big things around ourselves. So that's all from me, Marta.
Wow, thank you so much, Eileen. You make that attitude of gratitude look so real and practical. I mean, so easy. And I want to believe that my viewers want to practice it right away. Just thinking about the people, the places, the things, and what was the
Body
body
parts.
parts. Just thinking about that, those are things that are within reach, and you don't need money to do that. You just need yourself and bring your mind together. Irene, I see time is not so much on our side, and I'm sure my first learners and my viewers would love to hear more from you. Maybe you can give them the final concluding remarks, invite them to your programs because they are insightful, they are valuable, and they build. Yes, and I would love them to come to your
Yes.
programs.
Thank you so much. I am launching a sales program which
Mm-hmm.
is entitled From Discomfort to Joy. How
Mm-hmm.
to fall in love with sales and how to sell from a position of alignment and joy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm running a free webinar on the 31st of May this month, and
Mm-hmm.
where I'm gonna share some tips on how to sell with that state of joy. And everybody is welcome. I will send you the registration link so that anybody who is interested,
Mm-hmm.
anybody who feels has an amazing product or service to sell, then they
Mm-hmm.
can come. Anybody who feels they can step up, they want to step up in their sales game, they can come. Anybody who is curious can come. I have been doing sales for the last 9 years.
Wow.
Although my background is different, I've done industrial chemistry in university, I've done a PhD in food science. I've been sharing about healthy eating with people, and that's one of my passion, wellness. But now, how can we make sure we feel good when we sell our product? We are messengers of something. We are not there
Mm-hmm.
after money of people. And if you're selling something just because you want money from people, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because anything you do, either it's sales, it's your job, whatever you do, my encouragement for you is do it with love, do it with passion, and you will live a life which is more balanced. You will be a life which is less stressful. So if this calls you, come. Come, I'll be happy to see you and share my knowledge with you. And then,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to keep on working with me, well and good. If not, I hope I will share something important with you that has had an impact. And that's all from me. I wanted to ask you, Marta, what is the body part that you are grateful for today?
Thank you so much. I don't know whether I start with my head, my heart, but I appreciate my nose. Ah, well,
Why?
because yeah, I like it.
You
I
like your
love my
nose, eh?
nose. Yeah, I feel it's unique among the other body parts that can be seen. Yes, and I
That's
thank God for
beautiful.
it. Hmm?
It's beautiful and it allows you to breathe, which means to
Yes.
live, isn't
And it is
it?
now given me problems. Since I was born, I've never had a challenge with my nose. And like maybe my ears at one point they were aching, my eyes at my nose has never given me any problems, and I'm so grateful for it.
That is nice.
So Eileen, I don't know whether you'll give. I'm so grateful. I'm sure my viewers will be so delighted to see this, and I'll be able to give them your contact so that they're able to follow you. And one thing I can assure you, past trainers will come to your class. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marta, for this. And we will see you again. And let's be grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity.
Okay,
I'm grateful for the technology that allows us to do that.
sure.
And for what else? Let me say something. For the ears and the will of the listeners who have been up to now listening to us, and for giving us a chance to
Good.
express ourselves and share what we have to say. Thank you so
Good.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my viewers.